Hello, wonderful people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mary. If you are new here to the channel, please kindly subscribe. Click on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Don't also forget to leave your comments, your suggestions too, as well. So today in this video, you already know what I'm coming to talk about. I'm coming to tell you what I'm facing right now versus what I expected. So you also prepare yourself well, because whether you're a nurse or a different worker, like a different, you are working in a company as a newly employed person or newly employed worker, this is for you as well. Okay, I'm just going to talking about hospital, not because because I'm working, like I'm a hospital worker, so I'm just going to be using the hospital as an example. But that's not to say it's only for nurses. It's for every person who is a new staff in any workplace. Yes, that was just by the way. So the first thing I want you to know is that when you are employed as a new staff, don't just go and make friends too quickly with the whole staff there, because you just came. And this is before anybody gets me wrong. If you already know this person, maybe you've gone to meet Sister Julia, and Sister Julia is your cousin, or Sister Julia is someone you knew from home, and you have been employed, and then you happen to meet her at your workplace, and you happen to even be in the same ward. If you are free with Sister Julia, there is nothing wrong with that. Okay, you already have that relationship from beginning or from somewhere. But I'm talking about this case where you've just been employed, and you go to the ward, and then you are already having your favorite old staff. When you start doing that, you create enemies for yourself. Okay, it's like you like somebody, you don't like somebody. Just be neutral. Don't make friends too quickly. Just mind your business. You went there purposely to work, not to make friends. Okay, so I'm not saying don't make friends with people, old staff. I said too quickly. Study things before you get yourself involved in things you cannot come out. Okay, the next thing I want to tell you to avoid is avoid listening to gossip. Whenever they are talking, the old staff are discussing an issue about their colleague or the old staff, they are talking about maybe it's one of them, and the person is not around. As a new staff, please get busy. Just find something to do. Cock your ears from gossip and all that. Don't go and join and then be talking about this person. You don't know anything about what's happening, and then nobody will really tell you what the world is about. There might be some hidden things in that world or that workplace, and you don't know, you don't have idea about anything. You just came, and then they are talking, hey, this person, the last time I ran shift to this person, she was like this, he was like this. Please be very, very careful who you talk about. Be very, very careful whenever they are discussing somebody's issue. If you don't have anything to do, just get up, excuse them, go and find something, or go and find a patient, sit down and chat with the patient. That's why you are there. Okay, so stop listening to gossip about other people, other stuff. The third thing I want you to know is that I always thought I'm good. So like at least I'm a good person. I'm not a bad person. So at least you are doing somebody good. The person shouldn't just be paying you bad things in return. So the third thing I want you to know is that not everybody is as good as you. Okay? If it were so, there wouldn't be hatred, there wouldn't be envy, there wouldn't be jealousy, there wouldn't be any kind of dislike towards people or anything. So know that no one is as good as you. You are a good person, keep that to yourself. But don't expect everybody to pay you good for the good you do to them. Okay? Yes, and then just know that you are there with different kinds of people, different personality. Everybody and how they were trained, brought up, they talk, everybody and how they approach people, and then how they react to things. So don't expect, if you are doing your good, do it and expect God to bless you and notice you. Okay, don't do good to people and expect them to pay you good things in return. Okay, because you will never experience, you will never see that. You will not be receiving those things all the time. It's once in a while. So just know that not everybody is as good as you. So be ready to expect anything from whoever you have ever been good to. Okay, the fourth thing I want you to know is that my experience, there's always this person who will not like you for any reason. There's always that particular person who will never like you for any reason, okay? And we have so many reasons. We have so many reasons why these things are happening, and it's happening. So don't expect everybody. This person, if this person doesn't like you, don't kill yourself, okay? Eat your food. Do what you're supposed to do. If you don't like me, I'm not there to work for you. I'm working to get paid, and I'm working to be rewarded by God. I'm not here to please you. We are all employed by the government to work, okay? So if you don't like me, it's your business. Yeah, there are just some people who will not. There is this particular person who will not like you for any reason. Don't go and be fighting somebody for not liking you. Don't go and be asking, why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? No, I have stopped living life to please people. I do things that I know, first of all, it's pleasing to God, and then I'm not hurting patients, and I know I'm doing the right thing, okay? So if this person doesn't like you, don't kill yourself. Find joy in your job. Find joy in something. Find joy in what you are doing. So there's always one person who will not like you for any reason. So don't be aware. Don't kill yourself. Don't be starving and be worrying why this person doesn't like me. It is the person's own business. If they don't like you, so be it. So be expecting that person will never like you. The fifth or the fourth thing, yes, the fifth thing I want to share with you is that, hey, at the workplace, there are BBC reporters. And I know what you mean, what you understand. I know what you understand by BBC reporters. In the nursing field, is there. There are people that are just backstabbers, and there are people, see, somebody will get up and leave the phone on record, or put the phone on record just to listen to what, maybe you are just 5 on a shift or something. This particular person will always be looking for things to report about their colleague, and anything that happens in the world, before you realize it's outside, boom, and you are like, who did this thing? Who did that? And I'm just employed, and I'm like seeing all these things. I was like, wow, Holy Spirit, guide me through. So there's always a BBC reporter, okay? And you see one thing about their gossip, when you come, put your ears on the ground. You listen to whatever, even when you listen, don't act anything. And so there is they will talk about the BBC reporter, talk about who and who is this, who and who is that. Just listen and zip your mouth. That's as simple as that. So there is always this one person who is a BBC reporter. Anything that happens in the world, she'll go and report to the higher authority. You are there, they will come. Hey, we heard this thing is happening here. Who did this? Who is selling this? Who is doing that in the world? And then don't that's how I said earlier that don't think everybody is as good as you. But the fact that you won't go and sit down to gossip about somebody doesn't mean nobody talk about you. They will talk about you, my sister. They will gossip about you. So just expect any attitude from people. And the only thing is just know how to live your life. BBC reporters are there, so be careful what you say in the world. Somebody can leave their phone, put their phone on recording, and leave just to listen to find out whether someone is talking about me, or what are they saying about me when I'm not around. So be very, very careful who you discuss, or be very, very careful of BBC reporters. They are there everywhere. Yes, the next thing I want to tell you is be hard but not difficult. What do you want me be hard? But then my credit to Pastor Michael, okay? Pastor Michael was like, because of my nature, like I'm this kind of shy person, and then me, even though I can be hard though, but sometimes when I go to a new place, I just be like, I don't like talking, and then because I'm just studying things around, and then they end up taking you for granted. I remember when I was doing my national service, we were 3 in a group, and all the time if they want something, somebody said, I want to buy kinky. Mary, go and buy us kinky. I would just return from buying kinky, and then this thing happened. I was at a theater. And theater, you know, when you get to where you change to your scrap, theater gowns and all that. And the moment I just come back, oh, what did you buy? Kinky? Oh, this one, another person send you, go and buy me some. And I thought that was national service time, maybe because we're doing your national service. So now that I'm employed, at least those attitudes will be lessened or something. No, it's there. Because you're just a junior staff, they will send you and send you. And then don't forget that you have a responsibility, or there's a job awaiting you. So those errands you are running for the other staff, You will still run, and go and come and do your work. It will be waiting for you. And if you don't finish, you are not going home. You are not closing from work. So I'm not saying if you have been sent or put on errands or sent on an errand, don't go, but be very this thing. Pastor Mike was like, don't go there and be that kind of timid. You go there and be doing timidity. Don't go there and be displaying timidity. They will use you where. So when you go, at least be courageous. Don't just be anything. Yes sir, yes sir. If not, nursing is not like that. You end up, you will eat and they will send you from morning to evening and then you collapse. So please, when you go, be hard. So I say, Pastor Mike, thank you. I'm being hard, and then it's like I'm enjoying myself. Yes. So when you go, be hard, be tough. Don't just be like you want everybody to say you are respectful, and then they are just sending you up and down, and you end up changing your clothes. You go and come, go and bring this thing, then you are going. Go and bring this thing. Be hard, because you are not the only new, or you are not the only junior staff in the world. And per my experience, I just came, and then there's this lady who is always like, they always say things, and I joke over it and I laugh. They are like, so she's taking me for granted. Though. Small thing, Mary, go and do this. Small thing, even when she joined, like the in charge nurse is on leave, so she'll draw the timetable and will not favor me. So I was like, no, I must be hard, or I can't just sit down and be. That was just by the way. So I approached her and she was trying to get issues with me that she's apologizing. So it's like I'm over talking about it. Next time it will happen. I said no, you shouldn't let it be happening to me always, because I'm not the only new staff in the world here. So when they realize that you're the type who is always timid and you don't like talking and you are just yes sir boy, yes sir madam, they will use you well. So be hard, be vigilant, and just be courageous. Don't allow anybody to use you for. You are there to work, not to be running errands for people personal stuff. If it's about the hospital, fine. If it's about the ward, fine. But personal issue, travel here, go and do this. No, I wouldn't do that. Okay, I will do that with limits. I can extend to some levels. Okay, so be very, very careful. And another thing I want you to know is that keep your personal issue. I want to tell you is that keep your personal issues to yourself. Okay, don't go there. You're talking about your family, where you are, your family, like how your family is, and what you have, what you don't have, what it is, what is happening around you, to your relationship, your marriage. My sister, keep quiet too. The hospital is not everyone you see there who is having a good spirit too. There are demons working as nurses. There are demons in every workplace. So you get it. They're like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? Do this. That one doesn't concern you. That one is not your issue. So when you are there, be careful of your personal matters. Don't go and be discussing your family issues there, be talking about things about your life, thinking you are just trying to, you are speaking it to please somebody or to get at somebody or something. Keep your personal issue to yourself. Don't go and discuss anything there. Keep your things, keep your privacy, all right? Just as simple as that. We are planning on something, just keep mute. When it's successful and they see the success story, so be it. Don't go and talking about your personal issues and things like that. Okay, and this thing is the most important thing, like very, very important. Not like, yeah, it's very important. Be very vigilant when you are taking over from leaving staff. I mean, like when you report to work, maybe you are going for morning shift and you are going to take over from the night staff, or you are going for afternoon staff and you are taking away from those who came for morning. Be very, very vigilant too. And then that is just in the word. This point has two aspects. I'm going to talk on based on the word and then outside the word. So in the word, make sure that the patient they are handing like over to you is a live patient, because there are people who can be very wicked. Maybe there is something about this patient they are supposed to do, they didn't do. You just come and they will hand over to you, and then you end up finding yourself in issues. Be very vigilant. Ensure that the patient medications have been served. Everything concerning this patient at the right during their time of shift has been done. Before you take over, don't take over just like that and tell everybody the patient is lying down alive, so there's nothing wrong with this patient. No, assess the patient. Be very aware that this patient is, everything on this patient has been done before you take over. If not, when you get a medical medical nursing or something, medical issues, when you are confronted with medical issues, none of them will defend you. You will defend your own case. So be very vigilant when you come to take over from the living or outgoing staff. And then be very vigilant also when you are receiving cases from referral centers. Okay, sure. There was sorry, I use my local dialect. I'm using local dialect. Yeah. There is this case I've ever witnessed. A lady came to the hospital with a dead baby. So she came and then like my baby is dying, my baby is dying. And before we admit this child, you have to assess the baby and ensure that the baby is alive and breathing before you attend or admit this patient. So when she came, she wrapped the baby all over and was like, my baby is dying, my baby is dying. So we received the baby, and then even in our hands we saw that the baby was lifeless. The baby was already gone. So if you are not very careful and you just rush out of rushing, you pick this baby and then just go put the baby on the bed and things. So far as you have put the baby has entered the hospital, and then you are, it's like you are admitting the child without assessing. No, that's even dangerous. Who will even do that? You will assess the child and you admit? No. Be very careful. Some of them are troublemakers. Somebody will come there with already dead, and this the woman's child was already dead. So we're like, madam, your baby is lifeless. So what we do is that we will just call in the doctor to come and review and possibly try to see if we can do anything for you. But this is what is like is there. Before you take the child in, and the mother will be like, my baby was alive when I brought the baby. If not, you get yourself in issues that will be very, very difficult to come out, if not for the grace of God. So be vigilant. If there's any referral case, it comes with emergency. And then me, for one, I am I'm currently an ICU nurse. Okay, so we receive so many emergency cases and all that. So if you are not very careful, and then you just get a referral in letter, and then you are running referral patient, a patient has been referred from a facility, and then you are just rushing without taking time, you find yourself in an issue. Okay. And the last but the most important of all the points I've said is be very, very prayerful. Let prayer be your best friend. Pray before you go to work. Pray at every point in time, because you meet people, you meet so many things. You are treating so many conditions, and then you are prone to even being infected. So prayer is the key. Never forget your prayer life. Don't let your prayer life die because of the pressure you are being confronted with. Okay, so be very, very prayerful, and just know that everything is possible with God. So like, this video has become super long, but that is what it is. I need to actually deliberate and speak and say so many things that are equal. All right, stay blessed. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Bye.